Your loss was somebody else's gain. Those who know how to manipulate the system, monetary system, a predatory elite, a predatory elite. Predator, an animal that lives off other animals. They are bloodsuckers. They suck your blood. They got rich at your expense. Now take that from the individual and put it to the world economy. And you see money being sucked, wealth being sucked from mankind in 25 years. If that was what happened in the last 25 years, would it be a surprise to you that the next 25 years will land us in slavery? It's not just political control, it is also economic exploitation, economic oppression, which leads to economic control. And the two are linked together. And let me tell you a story before I end, how they are linked, how vulnerable we are. In December 1990, the Western world decided it was time for them to move on Iraq. They had set the trap. Saddam had walked into the trap by taking Kuwait. Their goal, of course, is to effect a powerful military presence on the east of the Hijaz. 20 times he pointed to the east. 20 times. Dr. Saab knows what I'm talking about. To the east, he said, to the east, to the east. So they effect their military presence to the east. They control the oil. But it's more than that. They control the region. Saddam walked into the trap. In order for them to put their military forces there and to launch an attack on Iraq, they need a resolution from the Security Council. Okay? A resolution permitting the use of force against Iraq. When the resolution came up for a vote, Cuba voted against it. Cuba voted against it. Well, they can't do anything more to Cuba than they've already done. Yemen voted against it. Yemen, with integrity. Yemen, of whom we hear about tomorrow. And Yemen paid the price for it. More than 1 million Yemeni workers were kicked out of Saudi Arabia. China abstained. Chinese are always good businessmen. What about Malaysia? Muslim Malaysia. Malaysia, in which all the Malay Muslims, all were opposed to the Gulf War, opposed to the American military presence in Arabia, and nearly all of them were supporting Saddam. What would the Malaysian government do? The Malaysian government voted in favor of the resolution. And then the government explained, we couldn't do anything else. If we had done anything else, they would have destroyed our economy. There you are. That is how economic control leads to political subservience. The United Nations is therefore not only the forum, the center through which political control of mankind is being effected, but through its subsidiary organs like the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund. The United Nations is also on the way to effecting economic control over mankind, in which riba plays the central role. What is our response to this? Our response is, first of all, we have no right to be in the United Nations. But do you think the people out there will listen to us? No. They will have 1,001 reasons to tell you why you should be in the UN. And so you and I have to now do some thinking and plan a system of public education by which we can deprogram the minds of our people and then launch an effort to withdraw the world of Islam from the United Nations, starting with those countries which claim to be Islamic states. By withdrawing from the UN, you would have effected some measure of an extraction from their political embrace. What about the economic slavery? We cannot act until our people know the subject of riba. I am amazed. Not only do the ordinary Muslims not know about riba, I am amazed to find that the scholars of Islam also don't know the subject. Yes. And so an effort has to be made. Public education, to first teach our people what is riba, all the different forms of riba, and not using technical language that only economists can understand. And then, having taught the subject through mass education, that we should then launch a similar effort, as we launched to get out of the UN, a similar effort to try to get out of the embrace of riba. But we do not have the time to speak in detail about what that strategy can be. And so then, here is our subject. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تتخذوا اليهود والنصارى أولياء بعضهم أولياء بعض ومن يتولهم منكم فإنه منهم إن الله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين. If you allow yourself to be placed in a position of dependence and subservience on that Judeo-Christian world, it's corrupted the word of Allah. You no longer belong to us. You have now joined that Jamaat, and Allah will not provide guidance for a people who commit such an act of wickedness. May Allah grant we may wake up while still there is time, and act while still there is time, to prevent that slavery which is surely coming upon us. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم برحمتك يا الله.